Now is the turn of Madam Jackline Mugo to deliver a speech on behalf of the Kenyan employers. Welcome, Madam.
The Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Honorable Ekuri Atani, the Cabinet Secretary, Labor and Social Protection, Your Excellency Mike Sonko, the Governor of Nairobi, Honorable Cabinet Secretaries present, Principal Secretaries present, Your Excellencies, the Ambassadors and diplomats present, Honorable Judges, Members of Parliament and Senators present, the Secretary General of Kotu Kenya, Francis Atwoli, other union leaders who are present today, employers who are here with us today, our beloved workers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Federation of Kenya Employers, I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate all the workers in this nation for the work that they've done in the year that is gone. And to my brothers in the trade union fraternity for giving them leadership and working in partnership with the Federation over the years. Once again, we meet on this May Day to celebrate the workers who build this nation and the employers who provide them the opportunity to do so. It is an opportunity for us to take stock of the achievements we have made in improving the labor sector at large and the welfare of employees in Kenya. In addition, we chart a way forward on what we need to do to improve the business environment and create employment opportunities for many of our youth who do not have jobs. It is true that we have made great strides in improving the condition of workers in Kenya. If you compare us to other countries in the region, our workers are relatively well taken care of, but we know that there is always room for improvement. I want to thank employers for the role they play in national development and for their continued efforts to support their staff, especially during the year that is gone, which was a very difficult one for all of us. Despite the achievements we have made, major challenges still exist. Employers have identified 3 key challenges that need to be addressed to ensure a stable and competitive labor market. We call upon the government and social partners to work together to address these challenges. The first one is addressing the shrinking formal sector. The just released Economic Survey 2018 shows that the formal sector has shrunk to only 16% of employment. The creation of decent jobs outside the election-related jobs, which were temporary in 2017, the economy created around 100,000 formal jobs against 1.2 million new job seekers entering the job market. In the same period, 790,000 jobs were created in the informal sector. For the country to achieve the Big Four Action Plan, we need to change the structure of employment in the country. We not only have high unemployment situation, estimated to be at 40% by the UN Human Capital Index 2018, we also have very high level of informality. We need to help transform the employment in the informal sector into decent formal jobs. This will ensure that the 14 million informal workers, that is 84% of those working in this country, not only get adequate income to support their livelihood, but are also covered by various social protection measures proposed under the Big Four agenda. Secondly, we need to protect the few formal jobs that we have. 2017 saw a lot of redundancies and job losses in the private sector occasioned by the economic stresses the economy went through. The agricultural sector sadly lost 5,000 jobs. The financial sector lost 1,500 jobs, whilst the mining and the quarrying lost 200 jobs, among others. The layoffs experienced in 2016 and 2017 affected over 20 companies and resulted into over 10,000 job losses. One of the reasons commonly cited by businesses declaring redundancies or exiting our country is the high labor costs in Kenya. Any increase in the cost of doing business therefore endangers jobs. Employers request Your Excellency, the CS, the Honorable CS, and the leaders of trade unions, Kotu Kenya and others, to have a rethink on our wage setting policy. Let us come up with a policy that will both offer the workers decent income and also ensure our businesses remain competitive and sustainable. Lastly, our concern is about the state of our labor relations. The spirit of tripartism, that is the bedrock of labor relations, is under siege today. The trust and social dialogue that is vital to the smooth functioning of employment and labor relations is also being eroded. Employers are very concerned about the proposed substantial amendments to various laws that govern the labor market, which have been introduced through the Statutes Miscellaneous Amendment Bill 2018. The laws in question include the Higher Education Loans Board Act, the National Hospital Insurance Fund Act, the National Social Security Fund Act, the Labor Relations Act, and the Labor Institutions Act 2007. In our view, the amendments proposed are not miscellaneous, but fundamental. These proposed changes have a wide-ranging impact on the management of the labor market and therefore need proper stakeholder consultations and engagement in line with the spirit of our national constitution and international labor organization conventions to which this country is a signatory, Honorable CS. This will ensure that we come up with balanced, win-win, and sustainable solutions that can be owned by all stakeholders. We're therefore asking CS for your intervention so that the proposals are withdrawn from Parliament to give the labor market stakeholders a chance to discuss and contribute to them as envisaged. The intended exclusion of social partners from tripartite labor sector boards is ill-advised in the view of employers, and we do not support it. It also portends trouble in the labor sector and will harm peaceful labor relations, which is already going through a very tough period. We believe that these changes should not be allowed and they should be stopped so that we sit back and have consultations on them. And in this regard, CS, we appeal to you to bring sanity to this situation so that the labor sector would work in peace, build the economy, and drive the prosperity of this nation for job creation, which is much needed by the youth. I thank you.